Brendan. So I'm just going to record my voice because the sound is much more. So what I'm recording is basically cars driving by and planes actually. There's a car there. Oh, a white van. So in the background, I'm going to try and pick up some philosophical, meaningful stuff that really, if it weren't for those cars and trucks, people would be very polarized to actually hear the the workings of life. There are two cars. Okay, so we're counting cars. Ha ha ha. Yeah. So I'm working on this. What is it? Nominal geometry or nominal geography. So ecographical, geonomical, ecometrics. It's very tricky. I'm trying to put the graphic in there, but I've got the nominal geometry and the geonomical ecometrics. I'm ultimately always trying to write a poem on this stuff. It's pretty darn tricky. It's especially because it's a catch-22. You're aiming for something that it's you alone must find it. So one of these things, I was checking out this little exhibit yesterday about smog, really heavy-duty air pollution, and the prestige of burning coal. So people thought, if you have a fire burning in your house, that means you're basically wealthy. You're cool. This is, if you're cleaning up the countryside, if you're a woodcutter, Hansel and Gretel, you're eating candy. That's only kids would do that. Little Red Riding Hood. Desperados are managing the woods. So what I think that there should be is the prestige of efficiency, of efficient cleanliness. So if you have a world, let alone a society, which prides itself in efficient cleanliness, okay, very, even less than that, less words. So you want to have the words pop. Orderly happenings and sacred adaptions. Net fostering is easy and brings you closer to God and vice versa. So, don't think of God as, some old church that's, well, I don't know if people go there anymore. They just turn on the television, buy new carpet and stuff. The church maybe smells like old whatevers. That's not cleanable. So that's the people just turn on the gas, turn on the electricity, turn on, heat things up, and not the ecological efficiency. So, for instance, it's not just doors that keep the heat in, but walls, right? I mean, so imagine you're walking down, you're in a civilized area, and there is minimal both light and sound. So the white van driving by, the taxis, whatever. You didn't have that predictable noise. You could rather hear someone, especially if you had good hearing, you could hear them talking a block away. How would we cope with that? How would that function? Would that just freak people out? And same thing with the lights. If imagine there was just one light per block, there would be a party there every night. People would go there, do a little reading, a little chatting. You could have a wall there. On one side, people are partying, a little glass. Glass is amazing. Goes back thousands of years. People have been making glass and respecting it, respecting everything. I mean, the people was really noisy. They were in the olden days. They were basically locked up. Now everyone makes noise and no one says anything. Only the people at the top, right? So I'm here on YouTube. I'm smiling for the camera. I'm whatever it is. The system. Ooh, that was a nice truck. I'm wearing earplugs, by the way, because I'm like kind of sensitive to the noise. Their headphones, only one of the headphones works. The whole headphones only work for about a week, and then I have to buy a new pair because the cable somehow it always goes out. And they're the kind that stick into your ear. I don't really like that, but you have to do something to um, I don't know. It's um, to block out that which you don't want to hear. So that's why we have the bright lights everywhere. There are no mysteries. There's nothing to discover. If we do, we're polarized. We're sort of there's unbalanced political history that you can really see the unbalance happened in the past, or rather what happened from the unbalance. So the unbalance itself, that's an issue of poverty, general poverty. You say a refugee, you don't really say undesirable, because to confuse the two within a conflict zone, this is very polarizing. Again, it's sort of like seeing by starlight the truth. You can hear someone, what they say, how what they are, a lot by their voice, and raising your voice, then you're back into that sort of ambiguity, difficulty. The sun's out. I'll show you that. Sitting in the sun is what I'm doing. It's kind of nice. So, and I go because I'm, we, it's like we're ready to deliver. All the lights are on, all the machines are running, but do you believe? That's my other paper. Okay, so that's a trick question. Nobody believes. Okay, it's all. You know. He's laughing. I don't believe anything, nothing, especially not in God, unless if you're raising your voice or something. Okay, so someone asked me. I was explaining the norm. So like I'm talking about the diametrics of the world. So the diametric would be like chopping the world in half. I think that is, and you have the North Pole, the South Pole, you have the equator. So you have axis in a sphere, axis of direction and balance. And so what is normal? So this is what I wrote. What is normal? Know when and where can form all morals. This is better written to read it, because to know or no, I don't know. When and where can form all morals. Form all morals. Accustomed truths, what selection choose, destiny protects, and ecology fuse. So, that can be worked out, those words. It's philosophical algebra and geometry. Not at the same time. They are simultaneous as far as I know, and no, I don't know. When and where to, formally make more algorithms that are the ecological function. So you have the structure, but you have the hardware, the structure. The little passage that you go through, and then you have the philosophical passage that you also go through. And so you have many philosophical possibilities. The structural one are also becoming endless. There's all this diversity. I was this other museum, same museum. It was my place. Thank you. So it's talking about ambivalence, age of ambivalence. Yeah, it's is that normal? Ambivalence. That's pretty interesting. I mean, you want to see my face, I say, because I'm smiling, at the same time I'm furling my brow a little bit, and maybe I'm making an ugly face. I don't, because that could be ambivalence itself, to make a just a funny face out of your case and whatever, Okay, so I think there's a lot there. I'm going to try and write that up. I'm trying to draw it out on, this. My pictures. I don't have that one in my pocket, no. But basically, it's the sphere. It's you're looking into time. You're looking at a geometric time-space axis. So geometry, ecometrics, geo-nomics. I'm trying to work all that out still. It's just trying to make some always rhyme because I'm so desperate to be beautiful, because that's what's normal on the left-hand side of America in a nuclear family, nuclear American for an English speaker. So the axis, you have that beam, those scales of justice, and we're traveling along one beam, W time. This is geometry. And so we are in the present, and the future, we can see it's right up there ahead, and it just keeps going into the distance. Now, to the left or to the right or to the wrong, it doesn't really need to become radically unbalanced in either way, but you need to balance it just the same, because it could become unbalanced. So you have to have these quantum primes, these highly mobile, i.e. tiny statistics that can flutter about and create dramatic change if they're in the right location. So again, that is that horizontal beam, that left, right, wrong of passage. So we don't want to wrong our own passage generally, so the humanity, it becomes radical in either way, or ambivalent. This is bad. This is ambiguity. This is saying one thing and doing another. That language and ecology have no function then. They're just complete, burning stuff to seem cool. So the structure comes back in there. You go into the structure, and the structure has to have this magical formula that it itself, the structure, is cleanable. This is really fundamental because it is linear, okay? It is completely ecologically accessible and functional. So it enables you to function in the nonlinear natural world, the ecological process. You're getting into tertiary zones there. So the primary balance is the groups, and so identifying the norms, and then the secondary norms are the beyond your language and your acceptable morals comes your secondary norms, which are these butterflies that can really balance things out, or vice versa. Okay, things could become dysfunctional, stuck in the level balance, even though they're ready to snap the beam. Complete disillusionment and ambivalence again. Just saying, oh, whatever type of thing. So, the sun's kind of nice here. Still shining. Show you. There's moi, but I don't always smile. Like sometimes I'm, ow! Okay, so yeah, and what he said, exactly what, I have no idea. Whatever he said, yes, it's 14 minutes, congratulations, you're a genius.